The gods are dead, most of them. Welcome to Carrion Gods, Season 1, Episode 1 to 5. This is a work of fiction. All characters, gods, cities, cults, corporations, and divine anatomical features appearing in this work are fictitious. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual divine entities, extant or absent, is purely coincidental. Content warning. This work contains graphic violence, extreme gore, body horror, and mature themes, intended for adult readers aged 18 and over. All rights reserved. No part of this publication may be reproduced or transmitted in any form without prior written permission. They smell like something that forgot to finish dying. Cord, Master God Butcher. Died year 207 of the absence. The World, year 214 of the absence. 214 years ago, every god in existence stopped. No warning, no final proclamation, no meaningful symbolism. They had been present on a Monday and absent by the following Sunday, their bodies distributed across the planet's geography with the graceless randomness of things that had simply fallen where they stood. Historians call this event the absence. Everyone else calls it the worst week in recorded history. The bodies did not decay. Divine tissue transforms. Organs crystallize into gemstones. Blood becomes rivers of caustic fluid. Skin hardens into stone. Some tissue stays alive, pulsing, reactive, dangerous. The gods' bodies became geography, mountain ranges, canyons, coastal shelves, the foundations of the most advanced cities in the world. The world built its civilization on what they left behind. The world was wrong about what they left behind. The three powers. The rendered corp, industrial harvesters of divine tissue, pure capitalism, no ideology, significant firepower. The devout cults, religious factions who believe consuming god flesh confers divinity, numerous, fractious, dangerous. The preservationists, academics who believe the gods can be resurrected and must not be cut, secretive, well-funded, 60 years ahead of everyone else. Mara Voss. The god butcher Mara Voss is 34 years old, has been working divine extraction contracts since she was 15, and has precisely one policy she applies to every god she encounters. They are dead, they do not speak, and the voice she hears in the high places is her own brain rotting from divine contact exposure. She has held this policy for 22 years. She has never once believed it. The record. Age at first divine contact, 12. A fragment of divine nerve cord on a dare. Burned the gray film into her left eye and started something in her nervous system that 22 years have not resolved. Age at first harvest contract, 15, under master cord. Independent at 19. Contracts completed, 23. Official faction affiliation, none. The arm. Below the right elbow, a prosthetic of ivory white divine femur bone fused with dark iron bracing. The divine material conducts the frequency she has been receiving since childhood. The calcification line, divine bone spreading into living tissue, was at her wrist when this episode begins. She has not mentioned this to anyone. The rule. I don't worship them. I don't mourn them. I just do the work. The divine economy. What the gods are worth and to whom. Divine tissue does not rot. It transforms. In a world that has had 2 centuries to discover what each transformation is worth, a shadow economy has grown up around every divine body on earth. Part pharmaceutical trade, part black market, part religious practice, and entirely dangerous. Tissue values. Eye tissue, sight beyond perception. military use, extreme value. Heart tissue, temporary resurrection, priceless, illegal in 7 territories. Nerve cord, weapon-grade acid, military contracts only, psychic transmission, permanent neurological effects on contact. Tear crystal, ocular treatments, pharmaceutical grade, standard commodity. Bone marrow, structural enhancement, common, the market baseline. The Weeping Coast, where episode 1 takes place. A coastal swamp formed around the face of the Drowned One, a god that fell face first into the sea 211 years ago. Its right eye socket breaches the surface at low tide. Its tear ducts still run. The weeping devout have maintained a territorial claim on the body for 60 years. They consider the tear fluid sacred. They consider unsanctioned harvesters an affront requiring correction. Mara Voss has a contract for 40 kilos of grade A tear crystal, right side only. The series. Season 1, 5 episodes. Episode 1, The Drowned One. A god face down in a Black Sea for 200 years. A pharmaceutical contract for 40 kilos of tear crystal. A nest of divine creatures in the eye socket that nobody mentioned in the briefing. The voice speaks for the first time. 730 World presents CARRION Gods.